Your left wing, number 10, Ella Gogan. At center, number 28, Lily Turcotte. And your right wing, number 15, Alana Duffy. And now for your home team, the Hopkinton Hillers. In goal, number 1, Riley Calora. Defense, number 15, Reese Cardoni. Callie Arthur. Left wing, number 21, Caitlin Gaughan. Center, number 10, Avery Bent. And right wing, number 7, Savannah Rivera. We ask you now if you will rise, if you are able, for the national anthem.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the New England Sports Center for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op Girls Varsity Hockey, as today they take on the Medway Mustangs. We are live on HCAM. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera. Should be a good battle today between these two TVL rivals, as this Hopkinton Dover Sherborne program is actually added to their co-op. They now have Millis on board with the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne co-op, so that'll certainly increase the amount of talent that they are able to have out there on the ice as they look to try to get a win here today against a good Medway co-op program. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne so far this season has played one game. They lost to Leominster 4-2. That is their only game up to this date, as we are just about ready for face-off. And as for the Medway Mustangs, as we get underway with Hopkinton Dover Sherborne working left to right across your screen, this is the first game of the season for the Medway Mustangs. Medway working their way in. There's a shot deflected away. On that shot was Ella Gogan. Now backtracking is Lauren Bosworth, as she'll send it up the near side. Now approaching Turcotte, leaves it behind. A wrister by Ella Gogan and a good save by the Hillers goaltender Riley Calora. Your starters for the Hillers in net, Riley Calora. Your defenders are Reese Cardoni, Callie Arthur. Left wing, Caitlin Gaughan. Center, Avery Bent. Right wing, Savannah Rivera. As for Medway, it is Ella McCann in net. Lauren Bosworth and Maggie Monahan are your defenders. Left wing, Ella Gogan. Lily Turcotte, your center, as Hopkinton Dover Sherborne trying to work their way in. And Alana Duffy is your right winger. So back and forth in Medway territory. As Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne trying to get something going. Looking for a shot there. It's covered up on that shot. That was Morgan Belis. And we'll get another line change. Sent over to the near side. The Mustangs trying to work their way up the ice. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in these early minutes. With it is Renew. Sends it over to the corner. Now up behind the net, Brianna Renew with it. And she's being contested by Savannah Rivera. Sends it out. There's a shot from the high slot, turned away. On that shot was Julia Costa. And that's sent to the net by Renew. So Riley Collar already pretty busy in net. Here comes Caitlin Gaughan up the ice. And she's going to be diverted by Ella Gaughan. Trying to get it out in front. Good defense there by the Hillers. Along the far side now is Turcotte. Along the near side, here comes Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne. That was Catherine Kelly racing up the ice. There's a shot turned away. On that shot, Lucy Jean. Jean gonna try to track it down along the corner. Up along the near side, Callie Arthur. Arthur sends it back up. On the far side now. Good back and forth. And a slow down by Perdoni, who sends it across. Good battle here along the boards. A swing and a miss there by Medway. There's Maggie Monahan along the far side. Now Monahan sends it up to Ellie Culver. Sent across to the near side by Perdoni. Working her way up is Bosworth. Bosworth takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Back and forth we go along the boards. Here comes a potential breakaway along the near side. Savannah Rivera racing in, takes the shot. And it's a glove save by Ella McCann. We'll get a line change and a face-off at 10:45 left to go here in this first period. New head coach for the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op this year. It is Ron Chin, assisted by Mike Messier. And for Medway, it's Allie Harrington, assisted by Maggie Schneider and Daniel Harrington. Shot from the right circle, turned away. That shot was by Mary Finnegan. We'll certainly get caught up with the new Hopkinton Dover Sherborne coach at some point in the very near future. Along the far side is Lucy Jean racing in, backhander, count it! Goal, Hopkinton! Lucy Jean strikes at 10:02 left to go in the first period. A 1-0 Hopkinton Dover Sherborne lead. That's a nice way to get things started for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Medway get a strike back. Just like that, Medway strikes back. And with the score there, that is Alana Duffy. A 1-1 game and 9:36 left to go. Along the far side. Turcotte up the ice, and it's intercepted. Now this could be one of those back and forth battles between these two TVL rivals. If this pace keeps up, expect a lot of scoring. There's a shot turned away. That shot by Peyton Tripp. Jammed up along the corner now. Coming away with it, Callie Arthur sends it up. And sent further up by Savannah Rivera into Medway territory. We'll have an icing call.
Kicking goal scored by number 11, Lucy G. Assisted by number 27, Catherine Kelly.
They just announced the Hopkinton goal. They didn't even get that announcement in prior to Medway scoring. It happened so quick. Along the far side now. Racing up the ice, Lucy Jean. Backtracking it, Catherine Kelly. She'll pop it off the boards along the near side. Good battle along the far side boards as Lucy Jean trying to get by. Jean sends it over to Perdoni. Perdoni puts it into Medway territory. Here comes Perdoni. Takes it around the net. Sends it over into the high slot. Approaching, takes it, and it's just wide by Callie Arthur. It was a nice job by Callie Arthur working her way in there, but just sends it wide. Along the near side. Good defense there by Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Sending it to the far side is Gledhill. Intercepted along the near side boards by Elagon. We'll get an offsides call here.
Alana Duffy, assisted by number 44, Macy White. Duffy from White at 9:36.
Sent up along the far side. Tracked down by Duffy, trying to get it out of that jam. Here comes Hopkinton DS. There's a shot wrapped up. Nice shot there by Lucy Jean. We'll get a face-off at 6:24 left to go in the first period. A 1-1 game. Tied up along the far side. Medway approaching. And there's a shot. Great save by Cholera. It was a wide open breakaway by Lily Turcotte, and Cholera shuts it down. Floats up along the far side, back into Medway territory, tracked down by Bosworth. And sent back by Callie Arthur. Medway looking to approach. Behind the net, Arthur. Pops it off the boards. Caitlin gone, trying to track it down along that far side. Now getting in there, Avery Bent. Here comes Medway. Approaching his Tripp. And Tripp is going to be tripped up as she gets tied up. No pun intended. Tripp and Lucy Jean getting tied up. There's going to be a 2-minute penalty. It'll be against Callie Arthur. I believe the call was tripping. So Medway is on the power play. Back to the blue line. And that's sent away by Perdoni. Medway looking to approach. Rister turned away. Good shot by Bosworth. Along the near side, it's intercepted. Monahan took a swipe at it, knocked it into the slot. Here comes Monahan. Sends it over to the right circle. There's a shot. It's turned away. Somehow able to turn that away is Riley Cholera. Looked like Medway was going to have a goal there. All kinds of pandemonium in front of the net. I'll tell you, Cholera has held up very strong in net. She has faced a lot of pressure. Medway with 56 seconds left on the power play, and that's in. Goes through the 5-hole and in. That is Maggie Monahan, and she makes it a 2-1 game. There was some luck involved there as Cholera just kind of lost it. And it slipped right into that 5-hole. And Medway comes up with the power play goal. Floats out over to the far side. Looking to track it down is Megan White. Sent up by Callie Arthur. White swipes it over to the far side. Hopkinton DS gonna move it around. Of course, with the goal, we're at even strength now. In the Medway territory. It is collected by Gledhill. Callie Arthur swipes it back into Medway territory before she gets tripped up. Up along the near side boards now. And it's rung around over to the far side corner. Sent up by Belis. Medway looking to approach. Rister, and that's deflected off the Lily Turcotte shot. Along the near side, Arthur sends it up. Looking up the far side now. There's a shot turned away. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne needs to get some pressure going. Here comes Caitlin Gahn. 2 minutes left to go in the first period, a 2-1 Medway lead. Some good action here this first period. Taking it back ice, Catherine Kelly sends it up. That is sent up by Duffy for Medway. Here comes Lucy Jean. Jean got by one defender, then gets tripped up. And we're gonna get a call here. Looks like we will.
Medway's second goal scored by number 21.
It will be against Medway, so Hopkinton Dover Sherborne will have their first power play opportunity. They're going to get Peyton Schripp for tripping. No pun intended. Along the far side, there's a shot wide of the net. Shot from the blue line, deflected by the defender. It was Mary Finnegan getting the shot off and knocking it all the way to the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne net is Lauren Bosworth. The Hopkinton DS needs to try to take advantage of this power play opportunity. There's a shot covered up. I believe that was Morgan Belis who got the shot off. We'll get a face-off at 56 seconds left to go in the period. Looking for a shot here. Turned away. Good job by Hopkinton DS as they found Reese Perdoni wide open in the left circle. Minute 15 left on the power play, 43 seconds left in the period. Up behind the net now. That was flung up the ice by Bosworth. Sent over by Finnegan. Looking to approach Perdoni. Perdoni puts it out in front of the net, deflected, turned away, and now a diving save. That was a great feed by Perdoni. Got it right where you wanted it, in front of the net for Avery Bent to take a shot at it. And that is going to do it for the action-packed first period. After one period of play, it's Medway 2, Hopkinton Dover Sherborne 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Co-op Hockey on HCAM. Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the second period. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera. It's a 2-1 Medway lead as we enter period number 2 between the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne and now Millis Co-op up against Medway. Millis just joining the co-op this season. There's one athlete from Millis, Grace Hennigan. She wears number 13, so welcome Millis and welcome Grace to this terrific girls hockey co-op. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne working right to left across your screen for this second period. Backhander there is diverted as Lucy Jean is trying to knock it towards the net. Here comes Medway along the near side, Turcotte. Turcotte racing in, she's diverted. Up along the far side now. Into Medway territory, and we'll have an icing. On the face-off, Catherine Kelly up against Peyton Schripp. And it's sent back by Bosworth. And now into the neutral zone. Popped off the boards. Coming up the near side is Shoot. Bosworth sends it back up. Along the corners, Finnegan. Power play has expired. Hopkins and Dover Sherborne was on a power play to start this second period that has since expired. Along the end boards. Finnegan in there trying to get possession. She'll put it up the far side boards. And now towards the net goes Glioshi. Along the end boards. Yeah, it's knocked away. Into Hopkinton Dover Sherborne attack zone. As it squirted out into the Medway defensive zone. Now along the far side. And collected back ice. Working her way up is Amanda Shoot. Savannah Rivera with it. Well, it's good to see that Hopkinton Dover Sherborne is able to add on to this co-op. They now got 4 schools in it. Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne, Nipmuc, and Millis. And it's good. It's allowing them to get a few more athletes on the roster. They've certainly had a shorter roster the last couple of seasons. But every season it seems to be increasing a little bit, which is great to see. Behind the net is Perdoni, who takes it over the far side, trying to swipe it up. It's good back and forth here. Perdoni with it. Good feed to Avery Bent. And Bent just puts it into Medway territory as Hopkinton DS makes a change. The Hillers are having a little bit of trouble getting something going here. They're not getting a lot of shots on net. They're finding ways to get into the Medway zone, but not able to hold their possessions. And we'll see what transitions they make to become more effective. And that was a missed opportunity there to cover it up, and that shot deflected away. Well, that was a good job by Bylar. She saw that Ella McCann couldn't cover it up, the goaltender, and then Lucy Jean was able to sneak in there for a shot. Nearly a goal there. Callie Arthur flips it up the far side. Good pass. There's a shot turned away. That was a nice shot by Byler. A great feed by Catherine Kelly. And now you see Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, they're making some noise. They're finding ways to get some shots off. Lucy Jean sends it far side. With it is Byler. Sends it back to the blue line. There's a shot. Turned away. Off the stick of Callie Arthur. What they're doing now, they're putting Medway against the ropes. They're putting the pressure back on Medway. And they're winning the possession battle. Along the far side. And now Medway looking for a breakaway. Alana Duffy. Duffy puts it out in front, backhander. It's still a battle out in front of the net. And finally covered up by Riley Cholera. A great save by Cholera. And she was just able to fall on it. Riley Cholera, the goaltender, out of Nipmuc. And we'll get a line change here for the Hillers. Catherine Kelly up against Lily Turcotte. Along the near side corner. Flipped up the ice by Jean. Swiped away by Monahan. Now pinned up along the far side boards. Down into the corner it goes. Sent out. Medway going to clear the zone. Tracking it down is Perdoni. Puck squirts out. It's good back and forth here. That shot deflected away. There's Turcotte on the shot. Nice defensive block by Finnegan. Finnegan along the far side sends it up. Sent out, collected by Jean. Here's Lucy Jean. Knocked away from her grasp, but now still battling for it. Good steal by Jean, sent it out, but no one there. That's stolen away, and Byler puts it into the corner with her skate. Along the inboards now, sent up by Renew. Renew with it, pops it off the boards, gets it over to Glioshi. Here comes Perdoni. Perdoni towards the net off the post. Nearly had a goal there. Just off the post it goes. Sent just wide of the net. Back into Hiller territory. 7 minutes left to go in the second period. I'll tell you what, we're through just over half of the period. And Hopkinton DS getting some very good pressure on Medway and defending their zone well. And that's deflected, knocked down by Perdoni. Perdoni racing in. Takes it around the net. Flips it out. With it, Avery Bent. Now she'll tip it over to Callie Arthur. Deflected. Up along the near side now. Sent over by Callie Arthur. Arthur puts it towards the far side boards. Arthur trying to battle for it up against Peyton Tripp. Here goes Avery Bent. Along the near side now. And we'll have an icing. Face off in Medway territory. 5:33 left to go in the second period. And it's wrapped up. Savannah Rivera able to get the shot off. Here comes Medway. Racing up, Ella Gahn. puts it towards the net, deflected away, good save. Along the far side it goes, and an icing. Good back and forth here. Here comes Medway along the far side, sent behind the net by Duffy. Racing up the ice is Kelly. She's diverted. And a big collision behind the net there. Good battle along the corner. Popped off the boards by Perdoni. Chipping it up the ice, Catherine Kelly. Collected by Costa. Along the near side now. Perdoni trying to come down with it. Here she comes. Leaves it out, and that's off the crossbar and in! What a fade! And at first, no one was sure if it landed past the goal line, but it just gets in. And that was Savannah Rivera with the score. Great assist by Perdoni, gives Savannah Rivera the goal. At 4:02 left to go in the second period, and we are knotted up at 2 apiece. And out towards the net once again, covered up. Along the near side. Here comes Medway. Along the near side, and getting tripped up there was Caitlin Gahn. I'll tell you, this Hopkinton Dover Sherborne team, they have a lot of great returning talent to the roster, and they certainly look improved from where they were last year early in the season. Jammed up along the corner now. Medway trying to work their way up. Peyton Tripp coming up the far side. Along the end boards it goes. And getting tied up along the boards was Grace Hugh-Regan. Or Hennigan, excuse me. On the corner. Good defense there by Hopkinton DS. Lucy Jean gets it and sends it to the far side. Into the slot and just missed her target. That was Byler looking for Catherine Kelly coming up the ice quick.
Second goal scored by number 27, Catherine Kelly, assisted by number 15, Reese Perdoni. Kelly from Perdoni at 4:02.
And I stand incorrected on the goal. It was actually Catherine Kelly who scored, number 27. for the Hillers, assisted by Perdoni, who had a tremendous pass. A 2-2 game, just under 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Set up by Callie Arthur. On the far side boards. Medway trying to work their way up. A 2-on-1 here. There's a shot, and it's wrapped up and collected by Cholera. Good save by Riley. On that shot was Lily Turcott. Backhanded towards the net, diverted by Callie Arthur. Popped off the boards by Arthur. Up the far side goes Peyton Schripp. She got tangled up with Perdoni. Under a minute left now. Ball on the near side, sent over by Lucy G. Swiped up the ice by Byler. And we're going to get a tripping call against Medway. It's going to be against Danielle Schutt. So Danielle, actually I believe it's pronounced Schutt, so Danielle Schutt will head to the box. On the far side now. Savannah Rivera trying to dig it out of the corner. Sends it up to Finnegan. Now across to the near side of Perdoni. Back to Finnegan. And that is going to do it for the second period. So Hopkinton Dover Sherborne ties things up at 2 apiece. And when we come back for the third period, they'll still have 1 minute and 24 seconds left on the power play. Things going well for this Hopkinton Dover Sherborne co-op as we head into the third period. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for period number 3 between Hopkinton Dover Sherborne and Medway, and we are underway. A 2-2 game. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne still on the power play for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Along the near side. That's sent up by Finnegan. Looking to race in, and it's diverted. Knocked back into Hiller territory. No icing. Collected by Finnegan. Finnegan working her way up the ice quickly. Sends it out. And it's sent back by Perdoni. Along the near side now. Collected by Lucy Jean. Sends it up. Here comes Jean approaching. And a saucer sent by Bosworth into Hiller territory. Finnegan. That ice is slick out there, as you could tell. Slightest little pass. Gonna go a long ways. They just had the Zamboni out here and very slick surface. Right now they're saying there's 4 seconds left on the power play. There's a scoreboard operator error there to take the power play off, and now it's over. We're at even strength. Here comes Hopkinton DS. That's Lumnicki along the far side. Set back up by Perdoni. Now with it is Rivera. Rivera looking to race in. She's diverted. And is stalled by Callie Arthur in the neutral zone. Pops it off the boards. Getting in there, Rivera. Now, back a couple years ago when they implemented the state playoff system, they did implement an overtime period. I believe it's a 10-minute overtime period, so if this game remained tied, which there's a shot and a glove save. Hopkins and Dover Sherbourne trying to avoid that overtime as they put the pressure on Byler with the shot. Good save by Ella McCann. Top of the circle. Along the near side now. Zelly Fier is able to battle out. Renew with it now. Breno Renew. Along the near side. Popped off the boards by Hennigan. Hennigan bringing it around. Moves it up towards Lucy Jean. It's turned away by Cholera. Lucy Jean working her way up the ice. She's diverted. Medway trying to get it back into the attack zone. Savannah Rivera scoots it up the near side. Battle along the far side boards. Lucy Jean trying to dig it out. Floats over to the near side, getting tied up behind the net. That's Grace Hennigan, along with Ella Gahn. Towards the net, off the side of the net. Medway doing a good job at controlling this possession. There's a shot turned away by Cholera. Lily Turcotte was trying to stuff it in. Out in front, misfire there by Gahn. It was a nice pass by Turcotte. Out in front, there's a shot wrapped up. Good save by Cholera. Getting in there for that shot was Turcotte, and she came in with authority, got some good power on it. But Cholera was just able to stall it. Here comes Hopkinton DS. That was, I believe, Hennigan. She had the jersey tucked in the back. Tough to see the number, but it was indeed, I believe it was Hennigan who came up the far side there. Back into Hopkinton DS territory, however. Perdoni going to track it down along the corner. Racing in, there's a shot, turned away, still out in front, a battle for it, and finally Cholera able to glove it up. That was nearly put in. I believe with the initial shot it was Lauren Bosworth, and then just pure pandemonium in front of the net. Hopkinton DS making some changes. Battle for it along the near side. You can see Medway, they are really putting the pressure on, trying to get that goal back they gave up in that second period. Good battle along the near side boards. Battling for it is Rivera and Bosworth, and that's sent back into Hiller territory. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in this third period. There's a shot turned away. Up behind the net now. Floater goes into the corner. And now on the far side, that's Monahan. Callie Arthur able to get a piece of it. She was matched up with Leiter along the near side. Here comes the Hillers. Lucy Jean with it. Squirts out. That shot stalled by the defender. And Medway able to move it out of the danger zone. Arthur puts it off the end boards. Floats into Hiller territory. Backhander just wide of the net by Renew. To the near side it goes. Medway working their way up the far side boards. Turcotte matched up with a tripped up Savannah Rivera. Rivera gets tripped up. Yeah, that smooth surface played a bit of a role in this third period. Racing in, looking for a shot. A wrister out in front. Turned away. Great save by Cholera. That shot went right off her face mask. And then she saw the puck in front. Knew she didn't have time to get it. So just got ready for the Elegon shot and was able to turn it away. Look, another shot here is deflected. Medway, it was the Hillers who won the possession battle in the second period, but Medway winning that possession battle here in this third period. Popped off the boards by Avery Bent. Taking a slap at it was Perdoni. Here comes the Hillers. Sent towards the net. And deflected away. There's a backhander off the side of the net. Medway trying to clear it out. Along the far side now, that is Duffy. Puts it towards the end boards. Knocking it up the near side, Finnegan. Tracking it down is White for Medway. White moves it up. And now getting tied up along the boards, that's Danielle Shute and Grace Hennigan. And to the net and wrapped up by Cholera. Well, Riley Cholera has been busy in this third period, but she's holding up strong between the pipes. On the far side now, getting tripped up is Lucy Jean. Puck squirts out, tracking it down, Byler. Byler trying to move it out, no one there. Jean gets involved. Jean, backhander. That's deflected, a secondary shot turned away. It was off the deflection, good pressure. Now trying to move it up is number 17. That is Finnegan. A good sequence of pressure there for the Hillers. They need to keep it coming and try to stay on the attack. And oh, that was a good look in the slot. I was just waiting for it, was Caitlin Gahn, but the pass was a little too hot by Kelly. And now here comes Renew looking for a breakaway, a one-on-one situation. And now some other Hillers join the party. Savannah Rivera trying to escape with it, but Bosworth had other plans. Along the near side. Up the ice goes Kelly. Collected in the corner by Renew. Renew gonna bring it around. Looking to approach. Backhander up the ice by Gahn. Lucy, go. Lucy, go. 3 minutes left in this third period. It's been action-packed, but the score stands at 2-2. Here comes the Hillers. That is just out in front of the net. Turned back up ice by Callie Arthur. Along the near side, here comes Turcotte. Set wide of the net. Along the end boards now, Gahn. Puts it towards the net and it landed on top of the net. Puck still in play. There's a shot and it's in. Lily Turcotte makes it a 3-2 Medway lead. That score comes at 2:10 left to go in the third period. Well, Medway, they just kept piling the pressure on, and eventually you got to think it's going to break. And we're going to get a Hillers timeout. 2:10 left to go, a 3-2 Medway lead on HCAM. 2:10 left to go in the third period. A 3-2 Medway lead. Lily Turcotte able to sneak one in and break the tie. And now Hopkinton Dover Sherborne going to have to find a way to get some pressure going, as they do not have much time to work with. Along the near side. Lemonicki able to send it over to the far side. There's Duffy along the corner. Puck is tied up. Well, that's what Medway wants. If you're the Hillers, you don't want that puck tied up, and we're going to get a tripping call here. Well, this is going to be a big opportunity for the Hillers, as heading to the box is Lily Turcott with the tripping call. So Hillers will be on the power play for the remainder of this third period. Off the face-off. Set behind the net. Good battle for it. Coming away with it is Jean. Jean racing up the ice, takes it out! She puts it in! Unbelievable! She was just flying up the ice and able to ring it right in, and we are knotted up at 3 apiece. That score comes at 56 seconds left to go in the third period. Well, the Hillers are not ready to go home with a loss. They're going to battle it out and try to get a big win here. Perdoni sends it over to Arthur. So that, of course, erases the power play. But the Hillers able to take advantage. Perdoni puts it off the boards.
Goal scored by number 11.
That was just a tremendous goal by Lucy Jean. Terrific breakaway up the ice and just a perfectly placed shot. Off the boards along the near side. It's been a great battle between these two teams. Very even matchup here. Jean looking to send it across. That'll do it for the third period. And we will head to overtime to see if we can break this 3-3 tie. A great battle here in this TVL matchup between Medway and Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-minute overtime period. And the officials just confirming everything now, but we'll see you in overtime here on HCAM. We are ready for the 5-minute overtime period between Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne, and Medway, a 3-3 game. At center ice, that's Lucy Jean. And here comes Medway. Medway working left to right across your screen and flung out a play into the Medway bench area. We'll have a face-off 7 seconds into overtime. Along the near side. Medway trying to get it out of their zone. And there's a shot just wide of the net. Into the neutral zone, collected by Monahan. Monahan working her way in. Trying to get the puck out of the corner, matched up with Lucy Jean. Jean wins that battle. Here comes Jean now. Flying up the ice, trying to get another one of those breakaways. Around the defender to the net, backhander. Oh, it's turned away. Lucy Jean nearly had another one. And Ella McCann just able to land on it. Well, Lucy Jean, she's going to be who you look out for this season. She just has tremendous speed coming up the ice and burning by defenders. And right now she's on the bench. I can't imagine she'll be there long. Along the near side. Medway looking to break up the ice. She leaves it behind. That shot deflected. Collected by Perdoni. Here goes Reese Perdoni, another one to look out for. Along the near side, far side she goes. Perdoni centering pass, and just over the net goes Byler. Stalled along the near side by Finnegan, moves it over to the far side, Perdoni. Lucy Jean back out there for the Hillers. Along with Mary Finnegan to the net, wrapped up. 2:54 left to go in overtime. So you got Lucy Jean out there, Savannah Rivera, Mary Finnegan. A lot of speed on the ice for the Hillers. Also out there, Callie Arthur. And we'll get another face-off here with the icing call. And it's deflected away. Oh, and I almost forgot, it's a 4-on-4 overtime period. So 4-on-4 in this overtime. I think that's a great rule. You know, you get rid of some of those ties. It makes scoring for the playoff system a lot easier. And we'll see if any of these teams can get rid of this tie along the far side. 2 minutes left to go. Looking to approach. Medway looking for a shot here. In the high slot, wrister wrapped up. It was Bosworth with a nice wrister. Great save by Riley Cholera. And Hopkinton DS going to switch things up. They're bringing Avery Bent out there, Reese Perdoni, and Morgan Byler. And Cholera able to land on it. We get a face-off at 1:40 left to go. Along the far side. Sent over to White. She moves it up. Wrister, wide of the net. Goes Amanda Shute. No correction, that was Lily Turcott with that shot. Turcott around the net. Taken away. Here come the Hillers. Trying to work her way up, Avery Bent. Collected by White. Less than a minute left to go now. Hopkinton looking for a breakaway. There's a shot wide of the net. goes Rivera. Jean just got back out there, tracks down the puck, gets it back over to Arthur. Arthur flings it up the far side. Jean with it, gonna try to break up the ice. Here she goes. Over to the near side, wraps it around the boards. Collected by Perdoni. Over to Jean, puck squirts up. Rivera now, she's diverted. 10 seconds left, towards the net, wrapped up. There's Callie Arthur with the shot. We'll get a face-off at 8 seconds left here in overtime. And that is going to do it. We will end in a 3-3 tie. What an impressive performance by both these teams. Just a great back and forth hockey game. But Lucy Jean, the star of the game, as she was able to tie it up with 56 seconds left. She also had 2 goals in this game. She scored the very first goal of the game at 10:02 and scores the game-tying goal at 56 seconds left in the third period to send this game to overtime. Nearly had another one in overtime, but it was a great save by Ella McCann to keep the game tied. But we end in a 3-3 tie. So Hopkinton Dover Sherborne is now no wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie on the season. Medway will start off the season at 0-1. No wins, no losses, and a tie. Very impressive performance by both these teams. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, they are looking like they are ready for the season, and they certainly look much improved from last year. It should be fun to follow them all season long here on HCAM. For John Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. We thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.